Hey guys, Hpi here. I'm going to do a review of the Hpi Baja 5B. So, is it awesome? Is it crazy? Or what is it exactly? Let's just find out. So, Hpi Baja 5B. Okay, so handling. How does it handle? Well, here's the only thing I complain about the handling is that it has oversteer. When you get off the throttle, you turn it, and you get back on, it will want to do donuts. That's the only thing I hate about it. But here's another thing that's gonna probably be an issue if you get from a 110 scale to a 1/5 scale, is that when you go to tight spaces, it will most likely do understeer because you're trying to slow down, you try and turn the thing. It's just like, ugh, why can't you go through these tight spaces? But that's normal for a 1/5 scale because one thing, they're big. You got big, almost, I can't fit my arm in there. I mean, the only thing I complain about is oversteer. I mean, it's got too much oversteer and I kind of hate it. But other than that, it doesn't seem to traction roll or anything for for a buggy, it does. You know how buggies go when you understeer when you get off the throttle. So that's the only thing I complain about for a 1/5 scale. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8 because what if it is tires' fault? You know, it's just tires. Just think about that. Okay, jumping and landing. Now I haven't tested jumping and landing with this Baja, but I can see with videos, it jumps really good. I've seen videos of this thing. I've been watching and watching and watching. You know, I can see it jump. It jumps high, and it jumps really, really good. It doesn't seem to want to go back or nosedive. I mean, the motor is in the rear, kind of. Almost. Landing. I've seen landings where you kind of land. If it is a soft spot and you don't jump as high, it'll land decent. But if you go from a big giant jump, you kind of land it, it'll kind of bounce. Don't know the reason for that, but jumping, I can see it's being awesome, but landing's kind of a little rough. I can always handle the handling, but I just cannot handle the jumping too much. So I'm going to give it a 6. No, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because, for one thing, it's a 5th scale. You don't expect it to be, you know, like a 110 scale. You know, you got to think about that. Okay, number 3, tunability. Oh, this is what kills the Baja. This is what kills the Baja. You got camera front and rear. You got tow in the front. You got adjustable, what's it called? Preload. Well, it's not spacers, but it's a shock ring adjuster, whatever it's called. Yeah, I think you got adjustable rear toe. By changing toe blocks and rear hub carriers, I believe that's adjustability. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing else. I mean, you got caster. I think I said caster as well. I mean, I wish it would have shock adjustments. I mean, that's all I do is shock adjustments basically. And then I do my camber, toe, and caster later. Well, I always set my camber and toe at 0. So I'm gonna give it a 4. I mean, I don't know. No, I'm gonna give it a 3 because all you have is camera. Well, no, I'm gonna give it a 4. I know I'm going back and forth between 3 and 4, but I'm giving it a 4 just because it does have caster and it's got aluminum shocks, so you can adjust it by using a ring adjustment or whatever it's called. Number 4, durability. Now, people seem to have a couple issues, but people bash this thing hard. The only thing I've seen a big issue is the toe links. Toe links. I mean, that's the big issue, really, toe links. But here's the other issues that people have. But it's only for really crazy hardcore basher. It will be the A-arms front and rear, on the shock shafts, um, on some people that has worries about it that the throttle linkage. I'm going to use the 2.4, 2.2, 2.0 version that has the metal diff casing and aluminum clutch bell housing. I'm going to use that. So durability is really, really good, but it only breaks if you're a really crazy hardcore basher. So I'm going to give it an 8. I mean, it's just a couple of upgrades and you're good to go. Number 5, racer, basher, or just have fun racing or bashing. You know, I think when you put this on a track, I think it's more of a fun event. It's never a competition thing. Bashing. Oh yeah, you can bash this thing on crazy. You can race with your friends. Well, if he has one fist skill, then yeah, I guess. You can bash with your friends. I think what this Baja is all about is bashing with your friends, and it does really, really, really good. So I'm gonna give it. How well does it do it? Well, except for oversteer being a complaint to me, I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10 just because of the oversteer, and there's a couple of things that could break box stock. So number 6, is it fun? Actually, I had a big blast with this thing. You could pull each other with it. Like you could take your scooter, wrap it around, and then just kind of drive yourself with it. And I mean, you could go in the grass. The Baja loves open, wide field. So if you stay on the throttle, it could actually have good steering without it oversteering. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just because of oversteer again. I mean, if the oversteer was just fixed, it would have been great. Okay, so number 7, parts availability. That's a question right there. I'm gonna have to think about that real quick. I'll be right back. And parts availability, my local hobby shop here is called E&H Hobbies. You can look it up. I don't care. So they don't sell any one fifth scale of anything. So that kind of sucks. So I was kind of thinking about the other local hobby shops probably don't carry one fifth scale or anything because one thing is expensive and two they're big. That's the only thing I think of. And I've looked at um what is it called? Online searches. You can find it at Terra Hobbies. I believe Amen as well. I'm not sure about Asia Tees. I'm thinking they do, maybe. So that's why I give it a 7 out of 10. It's more of an online kind of thing. Upgrade ability. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Because for one thing, you can upgrade this thing. You could RPM arms, aluminum shock towers, you get Zenoa motors, CY, you could get aluminum rear shock tower, RPM front and rear bumpers, T-bone racing front bumper, upper RC. You can get bigger shocks or whatever. And then you can get metal gears and then PDM stuff. It's just on and on and on and on and on. Okay, the number 9, coolness. Coolness. You got aluminum chassis, you got a aluminum upper deck, I forgot, rear upper deck, whatever. You get a gas powered engine that goes ring ring ring. Tires are not cool. I don't include them. The only thing that's not cool is got plastic belt cranks. I don't know, those kind of worry me sometimes. Not cool about the throttle cable. Oh, and the body actually looks cool on a 5B 2.2.0. I think I'm saying 2.2 or 2. Whatever. For coolness, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it an 8. Actually, no. Tunability kind of includes it. I want to give it a 7 just because tunability and some parts are plastic, which could be aluminum, but the chassis is what sticks out in the body. In the motor, it's just awesome. Now, number 10, I'm going to include the Baja 5B SS. Well, actually, no, I'm going to include the 2.0. Okay, so $1,200, you get everything. Yeah, that's right, everything. You get aluminum chassis, aluminum upper deck. You get a 23cc for $1,200. You gotta think about this. 10 scale, $300. Okay, 320. Let's say a rustler, a bunch of plastic, no aluminum. You know, Firestorm Flex. No, I'm gonna compare it to. Okay, so 280 kits from Associated. Okay, compare it to those. Those don't have electronics, but they got aluminum parts. This one, and it's a 1/5 scale. It's large, got a gas engine. I mean, for value, it is kind of a bit pricey because there is a couple of issues, like just a little bit, and then it is a bit pricey for a couple of things. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So I'm gonna come back, add them up, and I'll give you a final score. Add them up. Sorry for this stupid camera. I got a 69 out of 100. Now you guys might be mad at me because I'm being a little rough on it. I'm going to give it that extra point. I'm going to take that 4 from tunability. I'm going to put a 5 in it. And I'm going to put 70 out of 100. It is a great RC. You know 70 out of 100 is great. It's above good, I guess. But it's a great RC. All you need is to take out some of the oversteer. Put a couple of upgrades. And you're good to go. I mean, I know it's a little bit pricey and everything, but 70 out of 100, I would say just get it. I mean, this thing is a blast. I mean, you could tow yourself, you could pull yourself, whatever. Just get some gas, pour it in here, drive it like a madman. And this thing will be durable. It will be fast. Well, not kind of fast because it's only 23cc. If you got the money, then get it. Don't stop yourself. Get it. I mean, yeah, there's a 5SC and there may be low C 4-wheel drives, but those are like a couple of like $300 to maybe $500 more than this. Just get it. If it's one of the cheapest out there, get it. Don't get the clones. Don't ever get clones. Even though they're a bunch cheaper, do never, ever get clones. The Robin and King Motors, do not get them. No matter what clones there are, don't get them. Get this. You'll be happy. That's it, guys. Chevy RC. Peace.